Well, that, my friends, is the intro to the epic Cat Stevens song, Moonshadow, which I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to break it down. Basically 3 parts. The intro that I'm about to show you is a D chord with your pinky on the 5th fret on the high E string. So it's like a D, and then stretch up. It's probably the hardest part of the song, actually. And hit that, catch that 5th fret of the E string, which is an A note. And the way he does it, well, I'll play it first. That may seem a little bit complicated, but I'm going to try and make it really simple for you. So let's start out, first of all, by saying the way Cat does it, he does just his thumb and his first finger. I've watched the video many times. I saw him play it live back in the day. So you're bouncing off this D string, and he's using his first finger to brush up on the high E and so it's like a pinch, right? Now, if you're not familiar with that, I got a pick around here. We can use a pick as well. Doesn't sound quite as good, but for the purposes of today, I'm going to do it the way I do it. Now, I happen to use, sometimes I'll incorporate my second, and maybe even my third finger, is just I'm used to. Okay, so that's the melody that he hits. It's also the melody of the chorus, which you'll find out later. Now, the other thing is, when you're walking up, you get the next chord you're going to is a G chord, but you're going to have to pick up the F sharp note on the low E string. So I'll do it in slow motion. It goes like this. Now, what also has to happen at the same time, simultaneously, you got to go. The second half of that intro and chorus goes like the regular intro. And as soon as you get here, pick up the F sharp note. I would do it with my thumb. You could do it with other fingers, but then you got to move all your fingers around. So it's a little tough, I know, but if you're not used to picking up notes with your thumb, Jimi Hendrix did it, so we can do it. Hit your G, and then you come down on your B note of your A string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger, and then open A, and then you hit your D chord. And what is that? That is nothing more than spelling out the D chord, starting with the D string, and then hit the first two, the D and G string. Now bounce up to a hammer on the 2nd fret of the high E string, and hit your D note, which is a B3. Slow motion is one more time. Now this is probably by far the most complicated part of the song because a lot of the rest of it is strumming. So I'm going to start again with the intro, which is the chorus. I'm being followed by a moonshadow, moonshadow, moonshadow. See how that all goes? Brilliant, actually. So I hope that makes sense to you. I don't want to, wear that one out. But one more time real slow, and then I'll do it up to speed. I'm being followed by a moonshadow, F sharp, moonshadow, moonshadow. Now up to speed. Now we're going to go to the verse. Verse, it gets easier, okay? So hang with me. This one is just a strum. F, I, G. It's just G to D back and forth. So it goes like, if I ever G, D, G, D, E minor, A. Okay, take that slow one more time. This is the verse form. If I, that's a G, if I to D, ever, back and forth. Lose my eyes, if my colors, and then E minor, all run dry. Second time in the verse that happens a little bit different. And if I G again, D, lose my eyes. Now it goes E minor to A. Here's the tricky part. Now, I saw recently someone gave a lesson, they said you actually hit the F sharp minor there. I'm going to have to disagree on that because I saw Cat play this live, and this is such a typical folk move that I'm going to have to go with this. So once you do the E minor to A, now let's just do a walk down where we go the D chord and then we hit a C sharp note, which is the 4 on the A string. So if you, as opposed to, I don't like the sound of that. I think it's more. And then B minor chord. And he doesn't actually voice the low B note. It sounds like he goes like this. But you can. So you got to get that move. Which is a very, very common move in this kind of music. So once again, let's go to the verse. G, D, G, D, again, D, D, and then E minor to A. Oh, A, and then repeat the G to D. If I ever, back and forth again, lose my, and then this is where the fast changes happen. E minor, A, D, walk down to a B minor. So, and E minor, A. And here's where you do that little walk down move I just showed you. B minor. And then it goes E minor, A sus. Now I also heard Cat do this a different way. Sometimes he hits a G there. He goes, no, that's it. That's right. So, and it gets a little sus in there. E minor, like an A7. That's by putting the pinky on the 3rd fret of the B string. Yeah, that's a nice touch. I like it. Okay, so now I'm going to take you through the whole verse and then we'll get to the bridge. All right? So I'm going to play it through the way he plays it. I lose my eyes if my colors all run dry. If I ever lose my eyes, I won't have to cry no more. If you want, you can do that hammer on there. Hitting the 3rd fret of the high E string, just D sus. And I've heard him do it in really different ways. I've heard him pick it different. I've heard him do it. Lots of different ways to play, but I'm trying to show you the simplest, dead simple Cat Stevens version of the song, and it's a great song. So now we're going to get to the final 3rd part I promised you. This is the bridge, and this happens I think about 3/4 of the way in the song. And it's basically E major to A. I like an A7th actually. Yeah, Understand the rhythm changes here though, because before we're going, just kind of a down, down, up. And by the way, when you're playing that rhythm in the verse, if you're playing a fingerstyle, I like playing with the flesh of my thumb. Some people play it with more flamenco style. A little harsh to me. I like a little more air in it, so I do it more. I'm just real easy with the flesh of my thumb and maybe a little bit of little upstroke with the first finger with the pad though. I don't like the too bright for me. Not for this song. So once again, back to the bridge. Just E to A, but the rhythm's different. It goes down, Now here you do have a choice. That might be an academic question right there. I've heard them do it both ways. So the ending of the bridge, little rhythm. I kind of like the G. What do you think? Some people play it with an A7th or an A sus. Too. Up to you, matter of taste. A little more dramatic going too than. I don't like the resolve of that G chord, so that's up to you. So one more time on the bridge slow and we'll be pretty much there. Notice the rhythm change. And back to the and that, my friends, is Moonshadow. I'll give you all three parts of the song. Play along with it. Play along with Cat. Get that finger style. As I said, if you want to do it with a pick, you can. It's going to sound different. I like the finger style. Man, what a great song. All right, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you down the road. Hit me up at jimmydillon.com/free if you want some free stuff. Otherwise, just go to my site and check out my performance stuff. I've got a bunch of music on there and some cool videos. All right, we'll see you down the road.